I love love, and I love that love is behind you. And if I knew how to download, I too would have some inspirational, beautiful, because that's my favorite place, ocean and beach.
And love.
I do love love.
My fave too.
It's a good thing. I love you.
I love you. Hi.
Hi. So, um, you got hit on.
Oh my God.
Talk about it.
I did. It was
You
so
did.
cute.
This
First of
is
all, wait, what?
no. I'm just excited. I'm gonna shut up now. You got hit on.
It was so cute. I mean, first of all, he's totally my type. He's just young. And I knew he was young. And that's why I was like, okay. And
What's young?
huh?
What's young?
30.
Okay, that's not young, but okay.
You
And
don't
are
think
you trying to marry him? No. Learn how what it's like to be treated like the goddess you are. But go ahead.
I mean, you know what? Yeah. So I was walking my dog and I had noticed him earlier because I was in where I was and he came in and said something and then I'm just friendly. I mean, I don't think we just were like, oh yeah, whatever, laughed and then, kept it moving. But it's a common area for us. So then he was out later and yeah, did I notice him? Yes, because I was like, oh, he's so cute because he's like so young, but my type. So whatever. Just like the good old days, just.
Young is a type. You know that I like young. I mean, younger than what I am.
I mean, yes, but I just mean in terms of build and looks and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, so then I was walking my dog and he just passed me, I guess, and I was just looking because, you look to see who's around you. And then a car pulled up while I was walking across the sidewalk or walking along the sidewalk and he was like, "Hey." And I was like, "Hey." And then he's like, "Are you single?" And I was like, "I am."
It starts there. Continue.
I mean, it has to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, because remember the days when people would ask if we were single, when we were technically single, and we'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. So that was good. Step one accomplished. I'm serious. I remember we would get hit on and we'd be like, no, we're married.
Oh my God. Yes. I don't know why I feel so goofy. It just felt goofy. It
You
felt
feel
so,
it's not goof, it's endorphins and light and
it's,
love.
it's making me feel so fun.
I love this.
So,
You
um,
are you are giving what I think I give lately in my life. You are giving that, so to see it, it's even more it's even more beautiful.
literally, it's making me tear up. I don't know why. It's just like all this. Oh my God. I'm not gonna cry, I think.
Okay, wait. So he says, "Are you single?" You say, "Yes."
I
Then
say
what?
yes. And then he was like, well, he's like, all right, well, can I get your number? And I was like, caught off guard. I was like, well, how old are you? Because honestly, when I saw him, I knew he was young. So I said, cutie, my type, young. And I left it there. You know what I mean? And so I was like, okay, but how old are you? And he was like 30. And I said, I'm way older than you think. Like I'm way older than maybe I look. And he was like, I don't care. He's like, you look good to me. And I was like, okay. And he was like, so what's your number? And I was like, all right, I guess we could be friends. And he was like, all right, and handed me the phone to put his number in. I just told him my number. And he was so cute because like he was kind of nervous and everything. You know what I mean? Like he was,
You're
and
a beautiful woman. I would be intimidated,
I
but I
was
like that he's got kahunas.
same. I was like, he approached me like, but so he texted, he's like, all right, I'll text you. And then he drove off. And then he texted me his name, which is such a cute name, by the way. And it's crazy because I have to tell you something off camera
Yeah.
because it's so cute and I have to tell you. And then He texted me his name. Then I didn't say anything since this morning. And then he texted me again something. And then I feel like I should tell you off camera because it's so like specific. I don't want it to be this specific,
That's fine.
but
You can tell me off camera, but you need to respond. Like, here's the thing: we're older. We
yeah,
are
I'm
supposed to have our shit together. So, like the game of it all, the like 2030, like you do, I do, like that shit doesn't cut. Like I don't. I feel like we are women. We should be direct in what we want and speak our mind, and if it's to be, it's to be. But before you continue, I just want to say, as somebody that's known you almost your entire life, especially your entire adult life, you need okay, 30 is good. I mean, I've gone 25. I mean, I'm just saying.
yeah, but my age to 30?
But listen, we're the same age. You're like 2 years older than me.
Okay, so
Okay.
it seems
Second,
yeah.
this is not for you to get married or hinder his experiences. It's just to have an experience.
Okay.
It's just to have that. Like, don't overthink it. Don't be
Okay.
like, well, God, and then he's gonna want kids, and don't overthink it.
Oh,
This is
already been down that path. Like
I
this
know.
is
I know. This is like go to dinner, have a good time, laugh, let somebody treat you amazing. And if he doesn't, you'll be like, never again. If he does, you'll be like, I could do that again. It's kind of like allowing what's that story? I don't know. I forgot the name, but the passage in the Bible, and the man is a flood, and he's sitting on the roof, and da da da, and he's like, God, at the end when he dies, he's like, why didn't you send it to somebody? He's like, well, I sent the man with the boat, I sent the man with the plane, I sent the man,
oh.
like he's like, sent the first man, and he's like, come on, get in the boat, and the guy's like, no, I'm waiting on God, he's gonna save me. And then the guy comes in a helicopter, he's like, no, I'm waiting on God, he's gonna save me. The next man comes with the inner tube, and he's like, no, God's gonna save me. And then he dies, and he's like, God, I thought you were gonna save me. He's like, I sent you 3 people.
Why is my daughter over there laughing and being like, mm-hmm, mom,
Three
mm-hmm.
people
And why
because
are tears just coming down my eyes right now? They're just pouring out of my eyeballs.
because this is an emotional awakening for you. Be awoke. Let him, even just the, I'm gonna cry now because you're crying, but even the like,
No,
hi,
friend.
I find you attractive. Are you single? That should make you feel emotionally like, oh, I'm not dead. I'm not.
I mean, it's doing
I
something
just felt
because
so much
all I'm
energy.
doing.
Like we're not dried up. We're not done. Right, Pete? Like let it be whatever it's going to be. And in the words of Kristen Cavallari, I don't know if you watch her, but she's older. She's our age, similar. She was dating this 24-year-old dude, and they had the most amazing 3.5 months. And then she was like, but he's 24 and I'm way older and I want him to experience life. So she let him go. But it was very hard. She was like, I was really into him and I didn't want to let him go, but I just thought it was unfair. But my point is she took the
Mhm.
journey. She took the path. She enjoyed it. She allowed herself. She said best sex she's ever had in her life. She said treated the best she's ever been in her life. And my oldest daughter is telling me, let those lessons be the foundation for what you deserve going forward. So don't think marriage and no, just have a drink. Drink some matcha.
Okay, Shawnee's over there doing all the things. She's like, snaps.
My baby. Okay, so then he texts something that we're going to talk about off screen. Did you respond?
No, and I think I probably should soon because
Yes.
um
So you need to respond. Like you should have responded, but you do what you need to do because this is your journey. But my little producer over there, make sure she responds.
you hear that, producer manager?
Yeah.
She said, producer, make sure she responds.
Like maybe you
Look,
should respond right now on camera.
what?
Maybe you should just respond right now on camera. You don't
Okay.
need to tell us what you're saying, but let's. Are you ready for that? Are you nervous? Is something holding you back?
Well, yes, everything is holding me back
From just okay.
from just getting on the journey. The journey has, even after marriage, the journey that I had was difficult. So I am getting myself together to get back on the journey, but reminding myself I'm ready. I'm not that same person anymore. I have grown. I have healed. I can do this because I was in a cycle where I was not being understood and being, you know, treated like
I want you to spend so much time on your journey of healing that you miss life along the way.
babes. I agree.
Sometimes to heal, I mean, this is healing. This could, I think I said to you the other day, the only way I would know how I'm going to be in relationships, if I'm healthy in relationships, is to be in a relationship to do the things to figure out if I'm healthy.
It's the only way.
It's the only way.
It's just, I have to switch gears and I'm not sure how to get back into that role. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I've been out of that mode for so long that I just have to just feel comfortable getting back into that Paula, like that.
But I will. Can I say this too? I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm just so excited for you, and so I'm like, blah, blah, blah. But
No,
but you don't have to go back to being something. You are exactly who you are right now in this moment. That's the person he's going to get who you are right now, this second, right now, here, right now. And again, like nothing changes that. So you can just be as simple as this is a lot for me, but I like that you text. Like it can be whatever it is, right? But it's your truth. This is your journey. This is your experience. You don't have to become anybody. You don't have to go back because
no, hell no. I didn't mean back. I just meant like, yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right, and I'm hearing you. And see, this is why you have to say these things out loud because you have to get them out of your brain and let somebody else see them and respond to them so you can course correct the thoughts that you're having that are keeping you where you don't want to be. Like you really want to get somewhere else, but you keep having the same thoughts. And if you never say them out loud, nobody can be like, dude, that shit's fucked. You can't think that and try to get where you're going. So I'm glad I'm saying what I'm saying because you're like course correcting me, you know?
I think that's why I keep interjecting. But again, it's only because I got to say my stuff to you and you have already course corrected me in like, I think 30 things in like 3 weeks. I'm like, and then but I mean, it's scary out here. I'm not gonna say the fear won't be there, but I've been saying this for years, especially in the last 5, is that freedom is on the other side of fear. If you walk through the door, if you take the challenge, if you trust yourself and the work that you have done, freedom. And freedom means whatever that is on the other side. If it doesn't work out 3 days from now, you took a step towards your, okay, are we responding? I love that.
Oh my God.
I love this. And what I really love, the journey, like P, to see you so giddy and smiley this morning is everything. Because that's how we should feel a lot in life. Not every day, because you can't sustain that, but like just the feeling of like, it's a good day. It's a good day to be alive. In the words of Derek Shepard, it's a great day to save lives. That's my Grey's Anatomy.
I mean, so far, just the fact that he said this follow-up text makes me feel like
do you want to text me the text?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or you can just like you can rewrite what he wrote. You haven't done with it full detail, but you just kind of paraphrase and write it, and then we can discuss it without discussing it. We can talk about it without talking about it. And there are people like, well, why do they have a podcast if they're not going to tell us? Well, we'll tell you one day.
I mean, right?
We'll tell
One
you.
day. Stay tuned.
Okay, I like the movement. And what a great day. We were flying in outer space yesterday, and now we're on a beach surrounded by love. So today is a good day.
It is a good day and it's totally unexpected. And it's so crazy because what I want to say is, yes, I did notice him. Yes, I was looking at him because I was so like taken off guard that he probably noticed me noticing him because yes, I was noticing. But then I just took it off my radar because
I like him.
that was so cute, right?
That is so cute. So he's more mature than you think
I think so.
because you didn't respond to the first thing, which it was your fear. It's fine. It's not a bad thing. It's people have to do things in their own time. But he was feeling
Dude,
like, well, damn,
I
I
wouldn't
thought
even pick up my phone. I was like, I'm not going near my phone. And then finally I had to.
I'm so glad you did. Did you text him back?
No, I
Oh, what
just
time was that last text sent? I guess I can look
like
for myself.
10:34.
Okay, so like this, not like 20 minutes ago. 24 minutes ago, if you want to be exact.
I
Just
you
you can
saw what I started to say.
you can write that and then be like, and I'm gonna hit you up in a minute, like I'm just finishing up work, and I will, like, I don't know, I can't be you. I don't want to be you. I don't want to. I don't. Yeah. But what you started to write, I feel like is right on point. My thing is no fear. Write what you feel. Write truth. The only way I think good things happen is by, oh my God, didn't you just tell me this? Am I preaching right back to you? Didn't you just talk about communication? I feel like, wow, that went full circle. I feel like on yesterday's podcast, you or the day before, and the day before, because I'm crazy. Um, communication is key. Saying what you want because you're in this. You're in this from the jump. This is so you. I just got to tell you, I'm very insecure right now because I'm at my man's house. I don't have a brush. I don't have a flat iron, a curling iron. I just
Dude,
feel.
I feel crazy too because I just worked out. Walked in the house. My hair has so many snarls in it. Like I just was like, oh my God, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Yeah, Crazy Tuesday. So today we'll just call it Crazy Tuesday. Don't judge. We're just women with lots to do, and we're trying to like get it in.
And I mean,
And
honestly, the people who are going to watch us are probably going to be people who are just regular people like us. They're not like trying to present perfection like all the time. Like they're just going to be
I
real.
really want the song from The Greatest Showman to come on right now and go, "This is me." Maybe our producer can edit that in later. I don't know. I did find out this morning that my honey, I said, I really like, oh my God, I just had a brain fart. Because he's like, what are we listening to? And I said, I like theatrical theater and musical theater. And he goes, oh my God, I do too. And I was so shocked. He's like, I love going to the, whatever he said, basically place where you do a dinner and a show. And he's like, they're so talented. And I was like,
You
how are
like
you
that?
so great? Yeah, girl, I was listening to this musical on my phone, which I'm just loving. So, because he was like, what are you listening to? He's like a show tune. I'm
What
just
was it?
talking while you're responding.
I'm confused, and we're recording, and
We're having the best day. This is probably my favorite podcast yet. Yes. Did you send that?
no. That's what I'm thinking. And I have to go back to what you said because you're like, don't overthink it because I'm thinking a billion things. Like I'm trying I was about to just
Hit send.
I was about to just like explain my entire life story. Like,
No. No. Director cut. No.
I was like,
You just hit send because that is simple and it's just letting him know nope, yep. It's a nope and a yep. That's your response is a nope or yep, you did feel that, and yep, like it's a yep and a yep. No, you don't get into like the
oh,
meat and potatoes and shit until they're worthy of the meat and potatoes. If it's just a date, take that motherfucker to McDonald's. If they can't respect and like the McDonald's, they're not the person for you. And I don't even McDonald's, like whatever fast food joint you prefer. Like we're from the South. I like Whataburger. We don't have it here where I'm at. But if they don't find that cool, then I mean, whatever, you know what I mean? Like we can't give them the filet mignon, you know, and asparagus with hollandaise before they deserve it, or the fucking miso salmon until they deserve it. Like, he doesn't need to know. He just needs to know that you're nice and you're kind and you have things to say and you are funny and beautiful and God-fearing and you're picking up like, yeah, girl, jeez.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I did. And also, like I had told you earlier, I was like, yeah, I'm saying this right now, but don't really listen to me because I'm not in it. So I don't really, I don't have any.
You're having an outer body experience, is what you're saying? I believe it.
So what I'm saying is,
I just gotta say this real quick. When this cuts off, we are going right back in. I know you, this because we've wasted a lot of time with the lighting and the stomach cramp that you had. Oh my God, I love today. The sun is shining. I woke up really good this morning. You woke up really good this morning.
oh my
Our
God.
children are healthy, healed, and whole, and everybody is surviving. And
Right? It's an amazing, amazing day. Like
I'm making turkey meatloaf.
you're making a meatloaf?
I'm making a turkey meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and some veggie. I don't know. I don't really know yet, but probably broccoli. I'm a broccoli girl, or my grandbaby loves green beans, so maybe some snap peas. I don't know. But it's getting cooler here, so it's like you want warmer meals.
Yes, you want like that comfort food.
Yeah. So I've been cooking for, my honey and my grandbaby, and so yeah.
I
So
love that.
that's today's meal.
And I love that you're just so like settled into this situation,
He makes
relationship.
it easy. He makes it easy. I'm a lucky girl. So I'm a lucky girl. And I realize that I'm a psychopath in my head because a lot of what I stir up is all me. But I'm okay with knowing that it's okay that I have triggers and that there's fear and there's like being unsure. And when he mentioned that he had fear, it like changed everything. I was like, you do? Because we forget that men have feelings and emotions and get insecure. And like this man is over here writing what he wrote because he's like, I thought maybe, whatever he said. So I just feel like he's over there. Like,
I mean,
really
he's already winning because he just like expressed himself.
Yeah.
Like a grown person. Like took control of the situation and said some real ass shit. He's already winning. Like I'm already feeling like I'm immature.
Young men, they're like, I guess you ain't feeling it. Like they talk like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Like they're real weird with it. That was very grown. That was very like you're in tune with your emotions. You can articulate what you want. And I'm like,
and it's crazy. I have to tell you something when this ends. It's so crazy. But yes, I panicked for a minute. And now I'm feeling like, okay. But all the doubts and all the reasons why, holy shit, what? Yeah. When you keep saying, I mean, he might not show up in the package you think, and he might not be what you want, and he might not fulfill all the, and I'm just thinking like, it is true on a certain,
I mean, the attraction has to be there, right?
yeah.
So when I say the package, I mean, yeah, there's gotta be attraction. There's gotta be attraction. And if there is no, and I don't even mean sexual attraction. I just mean like, I love to laugh. So if you can make me laugh, you cannot be the most attractive person here. Cause if you make me laugh, you almost get me more than anything else. But then if you're in shape, then you start checking off all the other things. Cause I do like a good looking man.
Yes. And I think I think you're right about, I mean, I'm hearing you and it's making more sense now that I had the first encounter.
Yeah.
And I think it only matters right now because I did find him, I was intrigued. Like, that's probably the only reason it's working right now is because I did notice him. I was like, oh my God, he's just cute. Like, I did. And so that's why it's working. That's why it's probably unraveling me a little bit and kind of opening me to the experience because he came in a way that God knew. And so that's the other thing. I have to just trust the process. I have to trust that God is doing what he's doing, like for my good. I'm
He's
sitting here saying all this, huh?
he's sending the boat. God is sending the boat.
Like you said, I might have missed a few others things. Maybe missed the helicopter, maybe missed the, you
At
know,
least you didn't miss all three. Like you're not dead in the water yet. Like you have life. And
not dead in the water. I think I was close, honestly. God was like, all right, Jesus, girl, like, let me make this simple for you.
but I think if they were, I think for both of us over the years, when men are too aggressive with their approach, it they can be the sexiest, best looking, but if you're aggressive with me, I can't. I can't. Like you're like, oh, you're so fucking sexy. Look at you. Like if they do all that, I'm like, like I'm so turned off. And I
Yes.
think just based on my childhood and just things that have been said to me about looks or beauty, it just anybody says it too much turns me off. If you talk about things aggressively, sexually too fast, I'm done. If you like, there's just so many things, so many icks, as the kids say, like you can't. And I feel like I can't talk. I think how this came about is so what you needed. It wasn't in your face. It was subtle. It was a little like batting of the eyes. You know what I mean? It was, and then he was like, too good to pass it by. I gotta just shoot my shot. And even that, even that, you get points. You get points with me for stepping out of their comfort zone to take a risk. And remember that for him, it was a risk. I remember when I left the first situation with my boyfriend and he wrote something and I was like, oh, like, because it was not too much, but I knew like, oh, so you want to see me again? Like, and I
Yes.
think that's what works for you. If they came off too hot, who knows? Girl, you may be in Colombia right now. I don't know. You would be like, I went on a trip. I'm never going outside again. Or I'm never leaving my house. I don't know.
You already know me.
Girl. So I'm just so happy that he came in. God knew. He came in right. And
Oh my God.
yeah. And you have conversation and you are worth knowing. And
Oh my God, the things you say.
it's the truth. My day is fulfilled after I've talked to you, and we both have jobs and lives, and I just can't wait to get back. I just can't wait to get back on. I just can't wait to see you. And I know we talk off camera too, but it's so funny because now we're like, save it. I feel like the movie we just watched, and I'm like, save it for the podcast. Don't say anything else. Say nothing. Not another word. But because then I can genuinely, oh my God, don't boo hoo cry. Wait, are we ugly crying? Do I need to put my glasses on?
I think so.
Girl, let it out. This is good. This is great. Even your daughter's over here like, yes, yes. And I
They
call
never thought they'd see the day again, I swear. They're like,
God, I know she's over there like, thank you, Jesus. I've been praying every night, every day, middle of the day, 4 times a day. I just need my mom. Because that's the thing. I will tell you one thing about our kids. They have a hard time moving if we have nothing. Like my kids both moved,
true.
and all they say every day when they call and they talk and they ask about them, and they're like, thank God, because we know you're good. And he takes amazing care of you and he treats your heart with kindness and care. And that lets them go do what they need to do. And they know that I'm good. right? And that's probably how she's feeling right now. Like, ugh. And it could last, my mom used to say it could last a day, a week, a month, a year, but stay present, be in it, because to experience it all is the gift.
Literally.
If worst case, if this was it and nothing happens past today, look how much joy and emotional freedom and the purging of, you don't even know how much bad shit you're purging by this opportunity.
Literally. I know that's all I keep saying, but you're just putting it all into words right now because all I can do is just like release these emotions.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel you. You are not alone. I am here with you. Anyway, shout out Michael. But yeah, I feel you. I literally feel you. And to think about the tumultuous relationships we had in our marriages, thinking that we would never find even a glimmer of light, to find light right now, because what we're both experiencing is light.
Yes.
And because light is love and love is God, it just all goes together. So
yes.
Yes. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy to see you like this. I miss this.
It is an unlocking that's happening, definitely. It is definitely walls coming down. It is definitely moving into a new space of freedom, I guess, of freedom to enjoy life again and to open up again and to, like you said, experience life. Because I 100% have always told you, I know that I shut down, like especially when I left Cali. That was like that was the hardest time of my life, like honestly.
I know, and I witnessed literally in person.
Yeah.
And I
And
know.
I did change. I had to shut down to get through it. Like there was no other way. At the time, that was the only thing I could do. And I didn't know how to open back up. Like,
And I don't think we can do that on our own. I don't think we can open up. I think the experience has to happen for us to heal. I think we can only go so far on our own of like the things that can be healed internally. And part of the healing is being open to the possibility of something new. But the something new scares the living shit out of us, right? But the real healing is in the experience of it. I mean, I swear to you, every day I have no word. It's every day. Every day I go down a rabbit hole, almost every day. Not every day. But I all the terrors go through my mind, and I'm getting better at quieting the storm. And then he shows up how you would want that person to show up without having to say a word. And it heals a fear, it heals a trigger, it heals trauma, it heals an experience that was once bad, now good. Just the other day, I think, like, I called and text and he didn't respond or call me back, and I just kept being like, well, that's weird, And then after 2 hours, then it's like I go A to Z. There's no letters in between. So I was like, he hates me. It's over. I don't know. What did I do? I probably should, I just start blah, 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 in my head. And I finally got up and my grandbaby was home and I was like, you got to do what you got to do. I got to get up. I got to cook. I got to play. And my phone goes off and he's like, hi, baby. I left my phone at home. I'm just getting here. And
it all makes sense.
And then he calls me. He's like, baby, you didn't even come see me. I didn't have my phone because he's working not far from where I live. And I'm over here like,
it's over.
I didn't say it, but I thought it like. And then I called my daughter, who I was crying to earlier today. She's like, you got to just breathe, Mom. Like, this man, gives you no reason to ever think the latter. So yeah, so I'm just saying it's every day. It just, but it's healing something is my point. It will every day heal a part of you that someone has done something so terrible to you repeatedly to where you become that's innately in your mind and you think that that's going to be that, and somebody comes in and shows you something different. And like I said, if it's just in today, if it's for the next week, if he opens you up, like if we have 5,000 triggers, now I have 3,025 because the work that is being done, right? Are there things that have triggered the trauma? Because we have so many. It makes me think that movie, The Avatar, where the horse had all these little things and they would connect with these little things. You gotta fix them off one at a time. Like you gotta just,
That's
anyway,
a good analogy.
Visual that I get when so you can't just pull it off because then you'll have no life form and you'll fucking die and go into a hole.
That's so good.
Pull those apart, and I think as you have experiences, each one of those, pulling them apart is the healed part of you. It's not the attachment to them, it's the being able to separate from that based on the healing that you receive.
That's so good. And I'm just trying to process as you're talking so that I can get into that space where I can just be in the moment. Like I'm really trying to just hear you and let it sink in so that it can do everything that it needs to do while you're talking and help me. And then I can be in the moment and whatever it is like without what you just explained, without overthinking, without feeling like I have to explain everything or like explain like just, and I think it's my defense mechanism, and I think that I go into this space of that shut down part of me, and I don't want to be in there anymore. So that's probably why I was like just letting the tears come and just letting it happen, because I do want to move forward. I do want love in my life. And like it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It's a step.
You're just building a new foundation because ours was sledgehammered into tiny pieces. I mean, literally. So I just hear my oldest daughter just saying, it's just like, if I even have a fear, she's like, and if that is the truth, guess what? He has shown you more this, that, this, that, and you build your new foundation with that and know that you will never accept less than this because now somebody has shown you this. And then my other daughter, my baby, said something because I said, oh, I had an amazing morning. She goes, but you have an amazing morning every morning. And then she started naming all these things. And I'm like, God, you're wise. And she's like, I get it from you. I just say the things back. And I was like, well, thanks, kid. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, even you, I'm repeating a lot of what you say to me in my moments back at you because they're perfectly poetically perfect for what we're doing.
And that's what friends are supposed to do. And people who love you, like they're supposed to help you in those moments. Be your best self and get over the
yeah. And because I think you and I have so much dark that it's very scary. I almost at times, if you feel safe in the dark sometimes, you know what I mean? Like not as much as I used to. I used to want to stay in that motherfucker and not come out. But now, like when I get glimmers of light, I want to peek out, but then it's like, ooh, do I? Because what if? And all that stuff, I realize none of it we can control, none of it we can. So you just got to go out there and do it. And that's kind of what I'm saying. Like you be your authentic self as you are right now, as you see you, as God sees you, as I see you. Let him see that. You don't have to put on shit. You don't have to be anything. You don't have to tell him shit. You just be you in the moment, happy, funny, trying to find this, to hang out with my dog, building an empire, like all the things that you're doing. You don't have to be like, well, 7 years ago.
Right? You don't take it all serious and deep and like,
God damn. He was like, I just think you're really cute. Because it will get there. It'll get there. I mean, I'm almost, I'm in there. I'm a couple months in, and we have them. We talk. We talk.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Last night we were talking about things, and I'm like, why are we talking about this? But
Really?
they come up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of my, yeah. Say off camera. And and at the end, I'm still a girl. So like the very end, we're being transparent, open, and honest. I got my feelings hurt a little bit in it. But I knew I shouldn't have, because it has nothing to do with us, but we were kind of talking about past. Right. And I got my little like, so I got quiet, and he again is so good, because he's like, it's quiet, and I'm like getting on my phone, and he's like, why are you getting on your phone? And I want to be like, because I'm, whatever. And I just was like, no, I just texted my youngest kid, which I was, and then he rolls over and he grabbed, he just like, no, she's going down. Let me make sure she's good. We're just talking. And it just again makes me feel like his past I can't control. We're just talking. So I can't make that about me, because how narcissistic is that? Like, you think you're in a safe space talking about the past, and then all of a sudden I'm getting my feelings hurt because you have one.
Right.
How dare you have a past? You know what I mean? Because then as a woman, you start to compare. And I have to tell myself, but I'm here now, and I'm not them. I'm me. So there is no comparison. The relationship he has with me is not like any other, because he's him and I'm me, and we've never done this. I mean, we did when we were 18, but who the fuck are we at 18?
Right.
But I digress. But I say that to say that.
No, but you're saying you gotta stay in the moment, like, even when the challenges come, like
you gotta stay, and you gotta know that none of that has anything to do with anything. And I hear Oprah Winfrey, which I hate that I do all the time, but I hear like, you got to stay in the moment. She used to say that on a show. I've had to learn to stay in the moment. The moment is what matters, because it's going to fastly go by, faster than you think. It's going to, you can't, it's just the moment.
Yeah.
You can't rewrite it. You just have to be in it. And I'm really trying to do that. And it makes me happier when I do. I'm happier when I'm in the moment.
Okay, so I just have a question. I know this sounds really, really basic, because I kind of have two moments, like two Paulas. So I'm just gonna clarify. And I've got really bad flow, and I don't know if you can tell that, but so I just need to clarify when because I'm not totally comfortable yet, but when I get into the situation where I'm hanging out with a person, I'm supposed to just stay in this current reality. Like, yes, this is where I am. This is what I do. I like everything right now. That's just like where I focus.
I say yes until it presents itself. Like, if he's somebody worth, like, you could go out on a date tomorrow and you could be like all the icks and be like, absolutely not.
Right.
You know what I mean? He could look a certain way or feel, but he could be a total ick.
So what you're saying is,
happen if it's supposed to happen. And as that progresses, you can let him see both sides. It just like, and I hate to bring sex into it, but it's like, what do they say? When you have sex with somebody, you're soul tied. You're giving part of yourself. You need to make sure they're worthy of it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You can't. So yes, you stay in the moment, because right now it's about the initial attraction. And hey, it's I want to say, people say surface, but there is an external part of us and an internal part of us. you have to be worthy to get my internal self.
Right.
Because my internal self is my mind, body, and soul. Those are things you cannot see. And my heart. Those are my most precious gifts. I used to give those away freely with no thought, and then wondered why I was so damaged on the back end, right? Now we've healed, we're healing, we're working every day on the journey. And so now I'm like, well, you shouldn't just get that. I shouldn't even have to tell you my life story. You can say, do you have kids? Absolutely. Yep, I have kids. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, well, it doesn't need to be this dramatic part of my life. I don't need to tell you my heart and what's been broke. I don't know. You have to earn that.
Yeah.
Or what they're giving you, meet them there. My person I knew since I was 18. So when we come back together, we have a lot of connectors, right? So we were able to divulge, and things like he went deep first. So then I felt like, well, okay, I feel comfortable because you've shared something so that I'm gonna meet you where you're at.
And
But
I think
that has all that's organic.
Yeah. And that's helping me approach the situation and just like have an experience. So it's helping me to just have an experience because I don't have to do anything but just be like, all right, well.
And I'm gonna say something ultra unorthodox, but it's the fucking I can't realize truth. Couldn't get it out. If you want to have sex just because you want to have sex, you can do that too. Like, I want you to know what I'm trying to say is you can do whatever you want to do, and it's nobody's business but yours. You choose how far, what is okay with you, what matters in your rule book. If you got a rule book, I am a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl, which we all know, but I have my own boundaries, my own guidelines that work for me. I don't have to I'm fucking old. I don't have to justify, clarify, identify to anyone what I choose to do in my relationship, right? In my dating, in my experience. That is all Paula. Paula gets to decide, because we were in marriages where we didn't have decisions, right? So
None.
you are now free from that, Paula, free. And you have the freedom to choose whatever. So I just don't want to not say that too, because people are like, well, you got to wait 5 days, or he has to go to counseling at the church. And I'm not minimizing it, because again, whatever works for everyone works for you, but don't judge people by what they choose to do. Right? Me and mine were like, let's not do sex right away, because I feel like I'm good at it and he feels like he's good at it. So we know how to do that. So we're like, we're not going to do that right away, because been there, done that. You know what I mean? Did we wait what like other people may say is the right time? Probably not. We didn't care, because it was right for us. And I'm just saying that to say, do you be free, choose yourself by honoring the other person. Like, I'm not saying be selfish, but like choose what's right for the two of you. If it goes that far, if he makes you feel, like that, like, then you do what you want to do. And you don't have to be like, oh, I did it, I feel so bad. What do you feel bad for? You ain't got to tell not nobody, or you can tell the fucking world I did it and that shit was great. Woo! Check that off my list. We are beings that have feelings. So I know I'm long-winded because we know me. You all know me by now. But I just want to make sure.
It's really helping me.
Yeah. People don't say those things for some stupid reason. They think you have to follow this fucking rule book. And that's cool for you. But I don't need to follow your rule book because you think it works. So you're trying to tell me how to do my rule book and my relationship with my man that you don't have a relationship with, but you think because you don't have a relationship, or you're in a relationship that I don't want to be in. So when it works for you. I don't want it. Don't tell me how to do mine. I feel like and the people that love you get it. They'll be there when you need them. If you don't need them, like now I say less about the day-to-day with my man, because we're in our own shit, right? At the beginning, I had all these triggers. So I'm like, I don't know. Can it be? Is he there? He's like, all over the goddamn place. And I'm getting settled. So
Oh my God, I
I
love
don't
you.
have to talk constantly. But before I had to talk, like you said, you had to say it out loud so people can help. All right, Jenna, don't, because you know you, and you, because you do this normally. So do you want to do that? Because you know you. That's what I
Help
needed from
you
you at the beginning.
go on the path you really want to be on, because we need each other to help us, I think. At first, like you're saying, maybe not for like ever, but at first when you're trying to recalibrate and you're like, uh, hell,
The people that love you know you and kind of know you're saying what you really want. So they're just trying to help, like bumpers at a bowling alley. They're trying to be like,
yes.
and like that's love. Like that's unconditional love. That's friendship. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
Not
Oh
be
my
like, well, I
God.
told you not to do that.
No,
No.
I just appreciate you so much and thank you because I'm so emotional right now. I just literally can't think of something else to say. I'm just like, every time I try to talk, tears come. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna let it flow because that's what I tell my kids. Like when the tears come, let them.
I love that. I love that.
It's purging and it's purifying and it's releasing and it's it's good.
I think the biggest thing that I think I'm learning that I want to share is that, so now you're gonna make me cry because you're crying, but I'm worthy. I'm worthy, and that's all I need. And if the other person doesn't meet me or match where I'm at or what I think I deserve, it's okay. Move on to the next, or you move on by yourself. Like
It's okay.
that's so it's okay. It's so okay. And goddamn, I have you. Like I can
Literally.
have other people that love me that I can just be like, well, remember that that was a fun time. I had a good time. I'm gonna cry at first. I've even said to him, I will cry. I will, but I will never go where I went in the past. And
Mm-mm.
I'm stronger now to pick myself up. I just, and because the people that are around me keep pushing in, like, be in the moment. And if so, God, you were so blessed to have that moment because you thought you'd never have the moment, right? So I
Seriously.
just like, if it all ends tomorrow, think about all the good things I get to be thankful for going forward and knowing that I got to experience. So this
Yes.
person pulling up to you, glancing at you from across the yard, catching eyes, driving up, taking a risk, all of that is beautiful. You got to experience all of that today. You got to feel how you feel about yourself, wondering if somebody will ever feel that way about me again. But today, somebody drove up, or yesterday, whatever it was, or today, and took and was saying, I do. I see you. I see you as you are
Yeah.
right now. Yeah. And I like it. And I want it.
Yes, that's why it's throwing me off because yes, because yes, all of that. I'm just thrown off. Like, and it was this morning when I go out looking crazy, first of all, my little fur hat, my hat, my like I just it's funny, like I decided to brush my teeth this morning because sometimes I don't.
You just walk the dog. Yeah.
I was just enjoying the beautiful sun and the day. It was just so unexpected. It was just so weird. You just said someone noticed me back, like saw me.
In your authentic self. That's what makes me feel good. Like I don't wear a lot of makeup around him. I don't. Well, he hates makeup, but I feel like it's so crazy because when I first went on the first date, I went as myself. I had my hair in a ponytail. I feel like, I mean, I just was like, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I didn't want to put on a show, right? I was
Yeah.
just like, hey, catching up with an old friend kind of thing. And so for me, like seeing you like that, he literally, I put on makeup sometimes and he'll be like, you look pretty, but he's like, I think you're more beautiful without it. Or when I wake up, he even says like, I mean, cheesy, fine, but I love it. He like, you're like, one day I got up and I turned the light on and he was like, how are you even more beautiful in the morning? And I'm like, who the fuck says that?
That's
Like,
so
thank you.
sweet.
You're so sweet. So but again, so I like that he saw you as you because, and I don't have a problem with makeup. I'll wear it occasionally. I've never, you know me, I've never worn a lot of makeup. That's never been my thing. I've just touched up the areas that I think need a little help. But
It's just because like we're
you're
kind of
so swaggy, girl. You be dressing so swaggy. You always have. So you probably just looked so freaking cute. And like you said, your little fur hat and you probably your Uggs on and shit. Like you probably just looked so cute.
thank you. I love you. I mean, I was just me. Like you said, someone just saw me authentically here, right here in this moment, and this is the moment. Like this is just what it is. And I was just in it. And I did notice him. I'm not gonna lie. Like I didn't think he noticed me, honestly. Like not in the way that he would try to pull up and be like, "Are you single?" Like maybe notice me like, "Oh, like you notice a person." I didn't think that. I just did not think that. So it was I was just taken, I was just caught off guard, which is still good. And then I'm glad I didn't say more than what I said. Like, obviously, I don't know how to date at this age. Like, I don't. But I'm really still trying to figure it all out right now. Like, and literally, I haven't come across anybody where I was just like, maybe willing to take the risk, honestly. Like, and again, God knew how to get me out because he sent it in a way that like really got my attention. And so I'm just gonna listen to what you said and I'm just gonna just be fucking easy. Today is breakthrough. All I kept thinking was, holy shit.
Girl, and the way you dropped it. Can we just talk about that? We're on the phone. I'm just like, oh yeah. And and you're like, okay, well, let's get on. I have time at this time. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right, honey, I'll see you on the pod. And you were like, click. I'm like, oh no, she didn't. Oh no. Ring, girl. And then I got excited and we were like, save it for the podcast. Save it for the podcast. But the way you dropped it was perfection. If I could have had that on camera, it would have been amazing.
Amazing.
You dropped that like a movie trailer.
For real. Stay fucking tuned. You're going to want to see this. You're going to want to hear this.
Tuned.